It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Dog's Window Brewery. And I always find that with Dog's Window Brewery's beers, there's always a theme behind the name. There is with a lot of breweries, but I find this one particularly funny. I think a lot of us have probably seen What Women Want. I think it's a film from the early 2000s. It was really quite a good film. But they've called this one What Dogs Want. It's a milk and cookies milk stout. Milk and cookie stout. Presumably a milk stout. Coming in at 6% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Water, barley, oats, hops and yeast. Doesn't that look really good? It looks like it's a collaboration with Wales Ales. Neil from Wales Ales is a cracking guy. A really lovely guy. And of course, Lee from Dog's Window Brewery, another cracking guy. They're both great people in the Welsh brewing industry, I suppose. They're doing a lot for Welsh beer in the community of Welsh beer, I suppose. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. What Women Want. I can't remember the theme of the film. I have an idea. So the story with this brewery is they call it Dog's Window because the dog sits in the window waiting all day for the owner to come home. Have a listen. That head is dissipating quite quickly, I suppose. It's funny with a stout. Sometimes you can get a stout where the head sticks around quite nicely. Sometimes with a stout, the head dissipates rather quickly. Good levels of carbonation, jet black beer in the glass. There's not much in the way of light bleeding through that glass there. It looks good. It looks really good. Probably a dry Irish stout. It might be the lactose, if they've indeed used lactose or oats in the beer. It might be that has dissipated the head a little bit. It might be that they've used some real cookies in the beer, and as soon as you start to add adjuncts to the beer, the head tends to dissipate quite quickly. Let's get the aroma then. Oh, it smells really good. It is a bit adjuncted, I think, this one. Definitely maybe some cookies used in the beer or something along, maybe some kind of cacao or that sort of thing. So I'm going to put the beer down for a second. You can pick the beer up from nearest beer shop. It's nearestbeershop.com. Free delivery over £60, and it's 5% off when you use the voucher code Stone the Crows, all lowercase. Not just on this beer, but on over 250 beers, ciders, meads and spirits in their shop. So go and check them out. Right, let's taste it. Let's get into this one. Cheers, everybody. That reminds me of a very specific beer. It's almost exactly the same. Can anybody remember Young's Double Chocolate Stout? Young's Brewery, the Ram Brewery. Then they moved up into Bedford with become Wells and Young's. they produced a beer called Young's Double Chocolate Stout, and it used to be American export only until they decided to bring it to the UK. And that was great beer. That was great beer. I really enjoyed a cheeky Young's Double Chocolate Stout every now and again. You don't see Young's so much anymore in the UK. Certainly not around these parts, South Wales. Good mouthfeel, creamy, rich mouthfeel to the beer. It's not as thin as I was thinking it was going to be. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. Lots of chocolate, lots of coffee flavour coming through, lots of caramel flavours coming through on the beer. But then there's kind of like a dark fruit flavour coming through on the beer. There's like a dark berry, a plum, a fig, a prune flavour on the beer. It's good. It is really, really good beer. And it's a refreshing stout as well. It's got a kind of refreshing feel to it. It doesn't seem 6% ABV. It doesn't seem like it has that kind of big 6%. Like it's not really warm in the throat, warm in the pit of the stomach. I think if I can make a suggestion to Lee from Dog's Window and Neil from Wales Ales, I think you should get back together very soon, actually, because it's August and you want to probably brew it for Christmas. Maybe I'll come down and we'll all get involved. That'd be a bit of fun, wouldn't it? We'll go to the coach after and have a few beers. Maybe we can do an imperial version of this. Imperial or double cookies and cream. Because I think this would benefit from being 8% ABV, at least. And I think this would benefit from having maybe a little bit more oat in it. Just to keep that head retention, just to get that head retention just a little bit thicker. And I think we have something very special on our hands. I think it just needs tweaking a little bit. 8% instead of 6%. A little bit more oat to get that creamy, rich head on it. A little bit more mouthfeel. Let me know what you think, guys. Neil from Wales Ales. Lee from Dog's Window. Shall we brew and then go to the pub after? Let me know. I like this. I do. I like it. The malt is pale crystal oats, chocolate and black malt. The hops are EKG and Fuggles, and it's English ale yeast. Our collaboration with Wales Ales brings you a sumptuous oatmeal stout blended with the sweet flavours of milk and cookies. Rating for the beer then. Really good branding. Really, really good branding on this particular beer. I like it. I'd like to be involved in an imperial version of this. I like this enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.